In golf every year, all of the champions from the various tournaments are invited together for one event, the Tournament of Champions. Well, that concept is now being applied to surfing. Today at world-famous Sunset Beach on Oahu's North Shore, champions from various events around the world have gathered for the first World Cup of professional surfing.
So you've got the best surfers on the best equipment and probably the best high-performance contest wave in the world.
The Cuervo Classic in '78 was really a validation of the pro surf movement.
Sean Thompson from South Africa, let's visit with him.
The '70s, during the formative years of professional surfing, the North Shore was the place you made your reputation. And Sunset was the wave. That was the ultimate proving ground. Yeah, Pop had the tube, Waimea had the big drop, but Sunset was the true test of how a man carves.
Sunset was the king of waves.
Jack Hackman attacked Sunset Beach. He's the veteran.
It's where you come to make a name for yourself.
And who was dominating the lineup? The royalty, the absolute royalty.
There were just so many elements. The big takeoff, and then that beautiful wall through the inside, and then coming into the North Bowl section and then getting spat out the end of the channel. And man, you just felt like a man.
Boy, oh boy, what a ride. You can't get in any more of a critical section than that.
What was really interesting in those days, a lot of guys made their own boards. The surfers from South Africa, Australia, US mainland, they had no real knowledge of what to make in Hawaii. The North Shore guys that were based on the North Shore were the ones making it. And if you could get a Tom Parrish, you were styling.
When we got to that island, we had to find that perfect 8-0 to ride Sunset.
By '78, the first generation of pros, guys like Sean Thompson and Rabbit Bartholomew, who had been coming to Hawaii for a number of years, were really coming into their own.
We came from all these different corners of the world and all ended up in Bernie Baker's backyard, looking out on the best performance big wave in the world.
Bernie's house became sort of the contest headquarters. In 1 hour, you could have the whole thing set up. There was no internet, no computer scoring. There was certainly no locker rooms for the pro surfers, that's for sure.
You can perceive it as rinky-dink, but let me tell you, it wasn't rinky-dink. Because when you paddle out there at sunset, you're paddling out into a zone of life and death.
Notice they're not only battling the waves, but they're battling all the elements. And Sean's doing a great job.
And the Cuervo lucked out. They got really good conditions where you had light northeasterly trade winds blowing, solid swell in the 8 to 10 foot range, which for Sunset is exactly what you want.
For me, it's a wonderful memory to think back so long ago to winning that event in perfect sunset of that particular '78 Cuervo. It's interesting to see how pro surfing's developed. I'm still stoked that Sunset is still so important.
Guys like Zeke Lau and Billy Kemper,
Mason, John, Keanu.
just absolutely rip that wave and make a 10-foot wave look like a 3-foot wave.
Forget the big west peak outside that Al Chapman is dropping in on 9.6. That doesn't count anymore. It's all about the inside and performance under the lip.
As much as things have changed, things have stayed the same. For a young guy that wants to get onto the World Championship Tour, Sunset's still the single most important event of the year. Every young guy, they can start off at a QS event in Portugal or wherever, but Sunset is going to make the difference.
This is Al Michaels for Fred Hemmings saying so long from Sunset Beach on Oahu's North Shore.